PastPerfect has also improved the Report Maker feature, so creating your own report is easier and more streamlined than ever before. To create a new Report Maker report, click on the Report Maker button on the main menu, and then select the database on the sidebar you would like to use to create your report. Remember, the green data light on each sidebar button means there is more information within that button. In this case, it means that reports have been created in Report Maker for that database. For this example, I will be using the All 4 Catalogs button, which will give me results in Objects, Photos, Archives, and Library. A list of the reports already made in Report Maker for that database will display in the center of the screen. To add a new report, click on the Create New Report button at the top of the window. The first step is to give your report a name, as well as list the name of the person creating the report, the title that you would like to see printed on the report itself, and a small description of the report. This will help you and other museum staff and volunteers understand the type of information that will display on this report. I'm going to create a World War II report, pulling in all records that are related to World War II. As soon as I fill out the page, I'll click on Next and start building the filter statement for items that match what I'm looking for. This search option is similar to running a query in the catalog records for items in the collection. I'll look in the description, search terms, and subjects field for the phrase World War II to see if I come up with any records. To do this, I'll select the description field, contains text, and type in the phrase World War II. To add this to my filter, I'll click on the Add to Statement button. To add additional statements to my filter, I'll fill out the line again, this time for search terms, and make sure that the OR is selected before clicking the Add to Statement button. This will mean that my report will look in either field for the phrase World War II. I'll also add a third line to my filter to look in subjects and to maximize the number of records on my report. The third step is to select the fields that will be printed on the report itself. To select a field to print on your report, scroll through the list on the far left-hand side of the page and double-click on the field name to bring it over to the right-hand side of the screen. To make it easier to include an image on your Report Maker reports, you can now include the option for Image Picture, which will display a thumbnail image for each item on your report. For the fields that you do not want to print on the report, leave their names in the left-hand column. If you accidentally select a field that you do not want to use, double-click on the name on the right, and it will pop back over to the list on the left. The next section is to determine how your search results will be sorted. For this example, I will select Object ID Numeric because my Object ID numbers do not use leading zeros. After I have finalized my field to sort my search results, Report Maker will now build the report. Depending on the number of fields you have selected to include, PastPerfect will automatically determine the best layout for your report. However, if you prefer a specific layout, you can select the layout and rebuild the report, or manually edit the report layout and make it your own. Once you have built your report, you can preview or print the report from here, or save and exit the Report Maker screen and run the report from both the Report Maker window and from the Reports menu. All Report Maker reports will display under the correct catalog used to create the report and will start with an asterisk. For example, if I exit back to the main menu and go to Reports, select All 4 Catalogs, I will see at the very bottom of my list my World War II Report Maker report. More information about building and modifying reports can be found in Chapters 17 and 18 in your PastPerfect User's Guide, or by calling our support office toll-free 1-800-562-6080. One of the newest features in PastPerfect 5 is the improvement in the report section of the software. PastPerfect has increased the number of custom layouts for each report to 2 custom layouts that you can modify. Each of these reports can also be renamed so that you can easily identify which custom layout you want to use when printing your report. For example, under the Research Query button, I'm going to select the Search Results Print List with Image Report, and we are going to change the first custom layout to remove the alternating gray bands on the report. To do this, I will select the Custom Layout 1 and then click on Modify Selected Layout. On the Report Designer screen, I'm going to click once to select the gray background in the detail bar and press the Delete key on my keyboard to remove it. I'm going to go to File and Save, and then close my custom layout. To make sure I remember which custom layout I have changed, with that layout selected, I can click on Rename and change the custom layout to say Without Gray Bands. I can then press my Enter key to save the changed name. As long as the radio button for the custom layout is selected, this report will print with the modified layout. The Select Layout Before Printing checkbox below the Custom Layout options allows you to select which layout you want to use each time you preview or print out a report. To show this example, I'm going to go to Research and then All 4 catalogs. I'll run a query for all the catalog records that have the collection name with the words Rocky Pine Ranch in them. Once I add the query line to my filter statement and run the query, I can click on the Print Results button, select the Standard Fields option under Print List, and click on Preview. I can then select my standard layout or the customized Without Gray Bands layout and preview the report.